Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1 million bucks, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, they're listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Won't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on, yeah. Turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. You know y'all can get it on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. Y'all listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Yeah, I do. Tickle me when I say it, but I do. Like I say always, it just is a constant reminder of how good God has been. So my question to you is, what's stopping you from having the life that you want? What's stopping you from having the life that you want? I know a lot of people who have given up on achieving the life of their dreams. But I know they'd still want them if they could get to them. But they just allowed to settle for so many reasons. So who I'm talking to is you today. What's really at the core of stopping you? What is that? Is it your friends or your associates? Is it the fear of what you think somebody else will think of you if you decide to change? Is it what I used to call the call of the wild? Is it the fact that you keep thinking that the thing that you're doing that's providing you these momentary moments of pleasure that really ain't really good or healthy for you, you don't want to stop doing that because you got just a little bit more something else you want to do? I call that the call of the wild. You know, it's just out there. Them streets is calling you. Them lights is calling you. You know, them girls is calling you. Them guys that's on the wrong side keep calling you. You can't seem to make a decision about the right guy. You keep picking the wrong guy all the time. What is it that's stopping you from having the life that you really want to have? So whatever the reason you're choosing, that's the reason that's stopping you from having the life that you want to have. It's no good, because at the end of the day, here's the real deal. See, God is available. And God is available for all of us. And God has a plan for all of us. And God wants the very best for all of us. That's the truth of the matter. So now what we going to do to get started having that life? First of all, if it's your friends, I want you to understand something. Your friends can't save you. A lot of your friends offer no real help for you. Most of your friends don't have the answer themselves. I mean, it's just a wide range of reasons. And misery loves company. So usually when your friends are in a bad position, they kind of like company in that bad position. Your friends ain't going to church. You're going to be their friend. They don't really want you to go to church. You know, your friends don't pray, so why would they offer up prayer as a solution to you? You know, your friends don't really get the fact that if you treat people better, people would treat you better. So what's that? So your friends are a lot of times the reasons. The peer pressure of what, and then the thought in your mind of what they gonna think once they find out I don't do what they do anymore. Who cares what they think other than you? I mean, really, you can't let what somebody thinks of you stop you from having the best life you wanted to have. If I went by that theory right there, I wouldn't even be on this mic this morning. I would have never become a stand-up. I would have, had I listened to the people around me who clearly told me when I quit my job to pursue this, boy, don't you quit your job. You got a family. Boy, don't you do this. You ain't got no bit. That ain't no security in that. Get yourself a job. Go down here and work your brothers. Go to work over here. I heard all of that. I didn't let that stop me from pursuing this. Why would you allow that to stop you from pursuing your relationship with God so you can have the best life you could possibly have? You gangbang because they've convinced you that this is the family situation and love that you don't have, and they've convinced you that this is your only way, your only source of getting over. And then you drum up these ignorant reasons, man, for staying with it. But they sound so good when you listening to everybody else you surrounded by telling you why we gang banging, why we holding this block down, why we slanging this thing here right here, why we letting it go like this here. You keep listening to them when all in your heart of hearts you know this ain't right. You already know, but you allow that form of the call of the wild, that wanting to be accepted by a group of people who trying to get you to accept a way so you can further their progress, to even prove that you worthy to be around them, you got to commit some type of crime. To even prove that you worthy to be around them. Then when you get busted on the crime, what happens to that? Where your family at now? They don't come down there to see you because guess what? They can't turn in their ID at the desk at a law enforcement center. So now your homies can't come visit you. And then, your family back out here, they ain't taking care of your family because it's all about them. Then you learn that. What is it that's stopping you from having the life that you always wanted to have? What is it? Why are you a repeat offender? Why do you keep checking yourself back into that institution? Why, man? Why won't you get it together? Why won't you give God a try? Why won't you disassociate yourself? Why would you continue to be a part of a revolving door system and becoming the farm system for these institutions that ain't got nothing for you? But you keep going back in there, and then every time you go in there, then your little homies or your gang-banging little silly little friends try to make you think that's a badge of honor. There ain't no badge of honor, man. That's one more scratch on that record. That's one more nail in that coffin. That's one step closer to that third strike where you ain't gonna ever get out. It's one step closer to that graveyard. You keep on. Why would you not give God a try? Why would you not go and see what your life could really be? What is it that's stopping you? Because see, I got news for you. There's nothing like waking up free. I don't care who you are. There's nothing like waking up with the joy in your heart. Now, if you ain't going to be free, get the joy in your heart, the satisfaction of knowing that you're accomplishing something with your life. Help somebody behind them bars. Get in the program. Show these young cats when they come in a better way. But don't you dare sit there, man, and just ride it out. And, man, just go and get the fullest life that you can have. You know what it feels like to wake up and be on your way somewhere, knowing that you have something to accomplish, that you can change somebody, that you can stop somebody from going down the road you went down. It's a whole lot of ways to make your life better. But why would you not go and have the best life you can have? What is it that's stopping you? Really? Really? So you think that Satan really has your best interests at heart? That little thing your mama kept telling you about praying, you wasn't listening, was you? But it ain't ever too late to get back to that. It ain't ever too late to turn around. It ain't ever too late to get your life together. It ain't ever too late to seek God. And it ain't ever too late to pray. Don't forget to pray. Don't be ashamed to pray. And don't be too proud to pray. Because prayer changes things. Prayer changes people too. I'm a witness to that.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me have it now. Undivided attention. Steve Harvey Morning Show. Live in color. Mostly color, though. Oh, boy. Man, I feel good today. So much better than yesterday. I don't know. I was just a little off yesterday, crew. I had to apologize to you. Just wasn't myself yesterday. But I got it together, prayed about it, got myself together. God gave me another day, another chance. I had the right outlook. Everything, man, I'm on top. I'm on top even if it don't look like I'm on top, because I know when I come through this, he going to have me on the other side and I'll be on top. All right, all right. Hey, Shirley Strawberry.
Hey, Steve. I'm glad to see and hear you're in such a good mood. Thank you.
Yeah, my trainer about to lose his damn mind, though. I'm going to have to talk to his young ass. Carla Farrell.
Okay, then. Good
Yeah.
morning. What's up, crew?
That damn junior boy.
Morning, everybody. Morning, crew. Morning, Aunt.
Pimpin' nephew Tommy.
Yay, I'm in the building. I'm here.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So,
What's going on with the trainer?
Yeah, the trainer, he 29. We have a disconnect sometime. Just a
The age
slight
difference.
one. Yeah, I be going do what? Yeah, 30 of them. 30. I said, dog, you're not even 30. And you're asking me to do the 30 of them why? But there's an element in me that's kind of ignorant. I don't like for somebody to think I can't do something. So then I do the damn 30, even if it killed me. And it do be killing me. I've been sweating, been getting it in though. I'm enjoying. I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't got no job, so hell.
You do have a job. You're on it right now.
Yeah, but after this is when I meet him though. I meet him after this. So, ain't like I say I got nowhere to go. I tell you one thing though, something happened to me that ain't happened to me in a long time.
What?
After I got through working out, guess what I did, y'all?
What?
I took a damn nap.
Yeah, let's sleep. I knew it.
There you go. Don't it feel
Boy,
good?
You're so regular now,
Unscheduled nap.
Steve. How did
Dog.
that feel?
I fell asleep and woke up and was actually mad.
Why?
I don't know. I thought it was a sign of weakness.
Oh, goodness,
Take a nap
Steve.
to recharge.
I needed
You
that
just
nap
mad
so
at
damn
yourself.
bad, but I got mad at myself for taking a nap.
Steve,
Nothing like a good nap, though.
what else
Me
would
too,
you be
Tommy.
doing? I mean, you can't
Nothing
do
like a good
anything
nap.
else.
But
Yeah,
that's
get
just
your-
it, though. That was the problem. I had to realize, Steve, you can do that because you ain't nothing else to do.
Right. Get your
Yeah,
rest
you
while
got
you
nowhere to be.
Yeah.
What, Junior?
You ain't got nowhere to be, huh?
I know, dog, but
That's crazy.
I'm wired to think different. I'm ignorant, man. I got to do something with myself.
Wait, said the man who watches a tree grow every day. Okay, so yeah. That's how real it is.
Man, looking out the window.
Looking
You all right?
through the window.
It's gonna be
The
all right.
window to your heart.
All right, well, listen, Steve. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we're going to do a little Ask the CLO. The people want to hear from you, Steve, the Chief Love Officer, right after this.
All right, when I get through singing. The window
Go now.
to your heart.
He had a nap. He's so
Yeah.
energetic.
Oh, baby, yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, here we go. This is your time. Time to ask the CLO, the Chief Love Officer. This is from Anonymous in the U.S., okay? He
That
really
narrowed it
doesn't
down.
Yeah,
He
they
don't want
really
you
don't want to
even
know.
trying to guess.
Very
That's
smart.
right. Who they are. All right, here we go. I'm so embarrassed for cheating on my wife, but I get so turned on by my girlfriend being half naked and smelling good, and her house smells good, and she's feminine and freaky at the same time whenever I'm with her. This is what I long for from my wife, but she no longer gives me that. I want the same little freaky and fine woman back that I married. Why do some wives think it's cool to let the spark go out of their marriage? Steve Harvey, CLO.
Well, dog, listen to me.
Careful.
I don't think that you can blame women for this. Women are reactionary creatures. And I have found through experience, if you dig deep behind it, it's usually due to something. If the spark is gone in your wife, could it possibly be anything you've done to stop igniting the spark? And look, man, real. I'm just keeping it 100 with you, because women are very reactionary people. They can't just hop into the sack when you're ready. They have to have a reason. And if we stop giving them the reason, then it can affect that. Now, what you've done is the atypical thing that a lot of men will do. If you're not getting what you want at home, some men go outside to find it. This will eventually backfire. Sad to say, it will eventually backfire. Now, this woman who is feminine, freaky, fine, house always smelling good and all like this, she probably ain't running behind no kids either. So she can be freaky, feminine, and fine. And you only come over there every now and then. So all she got to do is pull it together every now and then. You with your wife on the day-to-day, year-to-year.
Especially in the quarantine.
And so, bruh, I know you want it back, so in order to get it back, you got to give back to her what you used to give. And if you think about it closely enough, I can almost assure you, if you retrace your steps, you can find something that you stopped doing.
All right. Put it back on him, Steve. I like
Yes.
it. This one's from Carmen in Mobile, Alabama. It says, Steve, I heard you talking about a man that got caught having sex in a car with another woman. I have had that same problem twice. The first time I caught my husband and his mistress in a secluded parking lot having sex. We split for a second, and then I let him come home. He was dumb enough to do it again and got caught again. I am divorcing him now. Why is it that men can't be honest and let us know they don't want us?
Why is he walking over there?
Where is he parking at first?
Yeah.
And
Idiot.
why is he in
That
the
don't make
same
no
damn car? And where is his money for a room? And who is this heifer that likes to get done in the car? Of course. It's so many things I want to answer to that one. You know, you it's not why men won't tell you they don't want you. You got a pretty trifling ass man.
Yeah.
That keep having sex in a car. How old is he? And damn, good riddance. You should be ready to get rid of him. You're getting rid of a low-class dude. Can I go back to the first question?
Yeah, the one about the man who's embarrassed for cheating on his wife, but he
Yeah,
had a
now,
freaky fine
and-
girlfriend.
Yeah, and so now, like I said, but now, with that being said, men, you have to retrace your steps. There are some women who do stop and let themselves go because they think it's okay because we're here, we married now. And some women, I have seen this with my own eyes. Fortunately for me, that's not my case now, but I've seen it with my own eyes, and I got a lot of friends who complain about it. Not a lot, but a few. And there are some women who let themselves go. And that's a sad thing. And then you expect your man to have the same fire, and it's not there. And if you've been with a woman for a number of years, you know, it's the same. You know, ain't no whole lot of new moves you can try. It's the same.
I like your first answer better. Pat in Teaneck, New Jersey.
I just
Blame
want
the
to throw
man.
that other part out there, too.
Blame the man. Pat in Teaneck, New Jersey, CLO Steve says, I celebrated my 59th birthday over the weekend on Zoom with my girlfriend. I am quarantined alone, so it made me feel special. Most of my exes texted and called me to say happy birthday. Yes, I am friends with all of my ex-boyfriends, like Shirley. Wait a minute now. But one of them took it a bit far, and he wants to come over and bring me a special birthday gift. I've been very careful about staying in and being safe, but a little sex would be nice right now. Do you think it's too risky to let him come over?
Well, you know, here's the deal. He's your ex-boyfriend. You already know him. And you got feelings for him anyway. Now, here's the thing. You got two things. You got to protect yourself because they have several diseases now. And one of them, you can protect yourself with a condom. Now, this other one, they have no protection for it. Mm-hmm. Come over there, kissing, next thing you know, your ass in the hospital with fibrosis in your damn lungs, and we don't have no cure for this right now.
Right.
So you can let his ass come over there, but you don't know where he been.
Right.
So you can have sex and protect yourself with a condom, and you can just invite that corona on over to the house.
It's too risky, Steve.
Yeah.
You know,
Hell yeah, it's
Even
too
with
risky.
a mask on, y'all, we
I
can't.
don't give a damn. The mask.
It's too risky.
Dog, a mask don't stop nothing when you having sex.
All right, thank you, CLO. We appreciate
You
you
got
as
no
always.
N95. Most people ain't got the N95, Tom.
Coming up next, Nephew Tommy will run that prank back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann is standing by with today's national coronavirus news update. Also in entertainment news, Kanye West is now a billionaire, and Basketball Wives star Jennifer Williams said she was a victim of a scam and her Range Rover was stolen. We'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour, but right now, it is time for the nephew to run that prank back. What you got for us, Nev?
Man, I miss your wife. Dude, I miss your wife, man.
It really is.
Man, I miss your wife.
He sounds so convincing.
Run it for me, cat.
Hello?
Hello, Sandra?
Who? No, this ain't no Sandra.
Okay, my bad. How you doing, bro? This Trent?
Yeah, this me. Who this, bro?
Hey, what's up, bro? This Gordon, man. This Gordon. You know what, man? I'm just calling, checking on people, see how y'all doing. I know everybody locked down, man. Y'all all right over there?
Yeah. Hey, fam, we good, fam. Who is Gordon? Where I know you from, fam?
Okay, man, you done forgot who I am. All right, don't worry. Don't sweat me like that. I ain't tripping, dog. I'm just calling, see how y'all do. How the kids doing, man?
You know, everybody good, man. You know, it's just hard being away from them, though. You know, gotta work, man. Been out here driving these trucks, man. You know, but
Yeah, you the one. They say you drive stuff to the grocery stores.
Yeah, you feel me? You gotta take care of the city. You know, gotta get out here, man. I feel good about it. The only thing is put my health out there on the side, on the line, man. But it's for the good of the people, so I can't complain. But hold on, again, how could I help you, brother?
Man, I was just calling, like, you know, man, I a lot of people I ain't seen, man, a lot of friends or whatever.
Right.
So, you know, I'm just calling
Right.
around, man. I be, you know, just doing a little wellness checking on people, man. Like, you know, a couple of my partners, you know, I checked on some of them kind of sick, so I'm just making my rounds, man. I hadn't hollered at y'all in a minute, so I was like, okay, let me check on Trent and Sandra, see how they doing. And I actually thought Sandra was gonna answer the phone, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, just checking on y'all, man. Just trying to see everybody safe, man, in this time like this here.
Yeah, we good, bro. You know, you said Sandra, you was maybe expect her to answer the phone. About what, fam?
All right, let me just go and say it like this here, dog. Man, I miss your wife, dog.
Wait. What you mean you miss my wife? I don't understand what you're trying to tell me right now.
I'm just saying, man, it's just been, I mean, this whole lockdown time.
Man, check this out. My brother, check this out, fam. I've been driving trucks 12 hours. I ain't got time for no bull on the small phone, fam. I'm tired. You know what I'm talking about? You calling me, talking about you and my wife and all this crazy bro. Who are you? What you want with my wife?
I just miss her, man. I just miss her.
Fam, you
know?
sound too lusty on this phone talking about you miss us. That's the love of my life, man. What the is you calling here looking for my wife for?
I just want to say, Sandra is she my everything, man. I just miss her. You know, this
What?
whole
Wait, what? Yo, everything. Man, quit playing with me on this phone, fam. Who is this, man? Who is this?
like I say, man, my name Gordon, dog. And you know, I'm normally
What you know with my wife, man? What you doing with my wife, man? Talking about you miss her and man. Listen, fam. You call here talk about you miss my wife and man. What you done did with my wife, man? How you know my wife, man?
Hey, let me ask you this, dog. Do you think when all this is over that we can actually spend some quality time together? Without you trip?
Maybe you got me mixed up with one of your other partners. Ain't nobody spending no time with my wife if it ain't me, fam? What the is you even talking about on my phone? What type of you to call me and ask me to spend some time with my wife? What type of do that, man? Where you from, famo? We don't do that out here, man. You like to get your that's what playing with me on this phone, dog. You call me talking about your name Gord, some goofy name like that, bro. Get up out of here, man. Yo, who the I know what time it is. This Wayne. Wayne like to play like this because I can't believe it. Call me talk about my wife.
This ain't Wayne, dog. Look.
Fam, this gotta be Wayne or either Leonard, Jerome, one of them, man. Look. I know y'all like.
How long before Sandra come back, man?
She ain't never coming home. Don't call me talk crazy about my wife. Hold on, I know who this is. This Greg.
This ain't
Quit
this.
playing, Greg, quit playing, Greg. I know how y'all like to get down, man. I ain't got time, man. I'm tired, man. You call me with this bull, man. Talking about my wife, man. Hey, who the is this,
Dude,
man?
I just want to know if I can spend some quality time when the virus is over.
You can't spend no mother time with my woman. You at your mind, man. Stop playing on my phone, man. It's too late for this man. Y'all,
okay, how long before Sandra get back, man?
Man, don't ask me no question about my wife. You come to my house, you gonna see me. Now what?
See, I knew you was gonna act like this, man. God.
No, bro. What's happening with you, man? Calling me talking about my wife, man. You and Wayne and Greg, y'all want to play with me, man. I ain't got time.
This ain't Wayne. This not no Wayne or Greg, dog.
Greg,
this ain't no Wayne.
Play, man.
Okay.
Quit playing
This ain't
with me
Wayne.
on my phone, man.
Do I need to just call back and wait till Sandra get there?
Man, you call back here, bro. You gonna be met with something else, boy. Don't call my house no more, player. You got me up.
All right.
Why you breathing all hard, man, in my phone, man? Get up off my phone.
I'm trying to be nice and tell you, I miss your wife, man. I miss her. You know.
Hold on. Hey, let me tell you something. Don't say that one more time. Don't say that no more, man. Don't call here talking about my wife, man. Who the you think you talking to, man? Who is this on my phone playing, man? Who is this, man, playing on my phone? Greg, man. Greg, I know this you, man. Quit playing with me, man.
This ain't no Greg.
Hey, man, don't call my phone talking about my wife. You at your man.
Okay, so let me ask you this, man.
Man.
Okay.
This time of night you calling.
Okay, hold on. Trent, let me ask you this then. Is Victor your supervisor at the job?
How the you know him? Who is this?
This nephew Tommy, baby. Steve Harvey Morning Show. Victor got me to prank phone call you.
Tommy, you playing games, man. Hey, you playing games with a real on this phone, Tommy. Hey, you about to make me come out the crib, man, in this epidemic. Come find your ass, man. I'm gonna snatch that mask off and bust him in his mother mouth. Yeah. I'm about to go find her and see what's happening.
Trent, what is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Ain't nothing but the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You better believe.
Woo!
Hey,
Trent was
Hey, can I
about
tell
the
you
business.
something, man?
Trent was about the
Trent
life.
is my favorite person on this damn earth, man. Trent, man. Hey, man. Hey, Tommy. Can I do? Hey, dog. Hey, man. You know what we should do?
What's that?
Live on the air. Can we call some of these people? I just want to talk to Trent and thank him, man, for just representing for all the real men.
I'll get Trent before the week is up. I'll get him.
Boy, man, I just want to say thank you, man. Man, your blackness, man, thank you.
Realist, ain't he?
All right, nephew, thank you. Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment and national news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, guys, Kanye West has made it. He is a billionaire now. However, according to Forbes senior editor Zach O'Malley Greenberg, Kanye took issue with the Forbes list of billionaires. He lodged several complaints about it. Then Kanye had his staff send the magazine paperwork that called an authentic numeric look into Kanye Inc. After Forbes reported Kanye's worth as $1.3 billion, he actually sent a text to the money crunchers. It's not a billion, he said. It's $3.3 billion, since no one at Forbes knows knows how to count. So, as it appears, Kanye is still on the Forbes list for $1.3 billion. Okay.
They didn't change damn
Yeah.
They ain't changed nothing.
I'll tell you one thing, it don't make a damn bit of difference.
You on the list.
Because whatever you can buy with $3 billion, you can get the same damn thing with one.
Yep.
And boy, I didn't know that boy. That boy clocking them now.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did, how he did it, but man, I'm happy for him.
His music and those Yeezys
Them
and
Yeezys
fashion.
alone.
Uh-huh.
I got to get me a damn tennis shoe, man.
The Stevies.
I need some tennis shoes and some liquor. Man.
Congratulations, Kanye. You made it.
Man,
Yeah.
boy.
Well, in other entertainment news, more drama with Basketball Wives star Jennifer Williams. Jennifer said that a con man who was her ex stole her Range Rover after she said she was a victim of a scam. Jennifer said that this man has conned many women and men out of vehicles and large amounts of cash. Jennifer does have a lawyer, and she said that there is active investigations going on now. Meanwhile, the guy, A. Nichols, who she is accusing, has posted a lot of text messages and receipts from Jennifer on social media, and he is speaking out against all of her allegations. He also posted that you could track a Range Rover. Jennifer said it's from a fake account.
How does somebody take your car from you?
And you don't go get it.
And you're an intelligent person.
Yeah, a con man?
I don't know. Now, other
gonna
people have
sound
come
like
out
we
and said
missing
that this guy has conned them too, but it just seemed like to me she always in some mess to me.
But ladies, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
In this day of reading, how do you take my car from me? What did you say? What did I sign that I didn't read that allows you to have my car and you tricked me out of it? Now, were you putting it up against a loan?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's a bunch of text messages that are posted on a lot of the blogs I was trying to read, and I don't know. It's just something. It's something else with this.
I just want to talk about it. I'm not finna research it.
No, I'm just saying I didn't research it either, but it was there, and I was reading the receipts that he said he posted. I'm
Oh
like,
no, Carla, I think you should.
Oh,
I
you
think
think
you
I
should.
should read
No, I'm just talking about me.
Oh yeah.
I can't find a damn thing online when I'm looking for it. So hell. I'm still waiting on these keto spices to come to my house from Amazon Prime that I ordered, because they told me they was going to be in my house yesterday by 6, a tracking number, and they never came. But they said 6 o'clock. It's been 2 weeks. It's just some damn spices.
You need to,
No, I'm tired. Don't play with me.
Steve, it is a pandemic. They probably work.
I don't give a damn. It's Amazon Prime. It's supposed to be here the same day. That's what y'all told me.
They do say that. They do say that on their site.
That's what y'all told me.
That it may not come
it's
because of the
Every time I
time
order
thing.
something, it ain't coming today.
Well, at least they don't have your Range Rover, okay?
tracking device.
Yeah. It's time to get caught up on today's headlines, Steve. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the news, and where's my damn package? Miss Ann Tripp.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, here we go. As businesses in some states start reopening gradually, and maybe some of them have his spices next month, the White House is now out with its guidelines on testing.
Today, we're releasing additional guidance on testing to inform the states as they develop their plans for a phased and very safe reopening. Our blueprint describes how states should unlock their full capacity, expand the number of testing platforms, establish monitoring systems to detect local outbreaks, and conduct contact tracing.
The Centers for Disease Control in Atlanta, they're out with its recommendations for the country's gradual reopenings. And for instance, the CDC says that businesses should consider closing break rooms. They say that restaurants could start using disposable menus and plates, and that schools could have students eat their lunches in their classrooms instead of in like a big lunchroom where they're around a lot of other young people. The CDC is also looking, meanwhile, at sending teams to 3 states to help stem the now growing problem of coronavirus outbreaks in poultry plants and other meat suppliers in Virginia, Maryland, and Delaware. U.S. Attorney General William Barr urging federal prosecutors to take legal action, as he puts it, if state and local regulations are aimed at stemming the corona infection rate, but actually somehow violating the constitutional rights of people or their civil rights. So William Barr says people should take legal action. This story out of Brunswick, Georgia. An unarmed young black man shot dead by two white men while merely jogging. Ahmaud Arbery, a 25-year-old former high school football player, reportedly an avid runner, but on a Sunday afternoon in February, after passing the home of 64-year-old Gregory McMichael and his son Travis got guns, jumped in their truck, followed him, eventually murdering him. They claim he looked like someone who'd been breaking into houses and that they only shot him after calling out to him to stop. Of course, there's no video of this. We don't know if this is a true or not. Even so, he had no burglar's tools on him or stolen merchandise. The white cops accepted the story and filed no charges. Democratic presidential hopeful Joe Biden received more endorsements, one from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who says that Biden, with his experience in Congress as well as vice president, would be, quote, a voice of reason and resilience amid the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. Gay civil rights leader Bayard Rustin being posthumously pardoned by the governor of California, who's also promising to create a new process by which other people convicted under outdated laws that punished homosexual activity. Bayard Rustin, a confidant of the Reverend Martin Luther King and the key organizer of the March on Washington. Finally, today is the biological clock day. My clock is ticking. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In trending sports news, The Last Dance starring Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, the documentary. Well, Steve, we know you watched episodes 3 and 4.
Yeah, I watched it now.
Yeah.
I watched all of them. I'm caught up.
All right, so you know that Michael Jordan still holds a grudge against Isaiah Thomas for walking off the court after the Bulls beat the Pistons back in 1991.
Yeah.
So take a listen to this.
You know it wasn't his true actions then. It's time enough to think about it. Or the reaction of the public that's kind of changed his perspective of it. You can show me anything you want. There's no way you can convince me he wasn't an asshole.
Said he still don't like him today.
Yeah.
Well, it was an unsportsmanlike thing to do, but to Isaiah's defense, he said that's how it was done back then. That the Celtics walked off the floor when the bad boys won, didn't get him no love. They did the same thing when Chicago won, didn't get him no love. I think either way, it was not the thing to do, but they walked off. Now LeBron has done it, walked off in the tunnel, didn't shake nobody's hand, took his jersey off.
Took his
twice.
jersey off and everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if some of them cats do it, and they all catch some type, like Mike was saying, they all catch some type of public thing. Now, what Isaiah said was true. It had happened to them, and they did it. But they should have gave it to them, though. Them.
Yeah.
They had been beating them boys up bad.
Well,
They really have, Steve.
Yep.
Well, Isaiah says he responded. He says he's paid a heavy price for not shaking hands with Michael Jordan and the Bulls. Some people feel that is why Isaiah was not on the 1992 Dream Team for the Olympics back in Barcelona when they went that time.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, Jordan told don't put him
Mike
on
said
the team.
your
I
ass
bet you
ain't
said
playing.
that.
That's what Mike
But I'm going to tell you something, too,
King
man.
back
After
then.
watching this special so far,
Uh-huh.
I am telling everybody, y'all quit talking to me about who the greatest basketball player of all time is, because it is Michael Jordan.
Thank you.
And the reason being, y'all, and I'm saying this, they played in a different era of basketball. Wasn't no flagrant fouls, wasn't no technical, there was none of that. Them was hard, vicious fouls. And that's scoring in the paint. And if you look at how Michael Jordan scores, see, it's a different game now. Ain't no more hand checking. They out there dropping threes. Mike scored a lot of points with that mid-range jumper, driving to the hole, pulling up. You don't even see players playing like that no more. This dude right here, after watching them 6 titles, oh no, this dude right here. And that damn Scottie Pippen, oh Lord God Almighty.
All right, Steve, coming up in 34 minutes after the hour, we'll talk more about The Last Dance and Michael Jordan. Right after this, baby. Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
The Last Dance documentary about Michael Jordan continues to be a runaway smash for ESPN in this sports-starved climate. You know, they were supposed to run this whole special in the fall, but because there's no sports right now, they're doing it now. And boy, we talked last break about how Michael Jordan still holds a grudge against Isaiah Thomas, Bad Boys, you know, the Detroit Pistons back in 1991. We also learned in the doc that Michael said his first NBA championship in 1991 put him somewhere in the category with Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Take a listen.
At last, I fit somewhere in the category of Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
We also learned some things that we already knew, like Dennis Rodman was and still is wild. We knew that, right?
Man.
I didn't know they gave him some days off and he went to Vegas. And
No, they didn't give him. He took days.
He took them.
Okay.
Took them.
Ain't nobody giving you no vacation in.
No season, dog. Business.
Michael Jordan says he will donate his entire share of the proceeds from the Last Dance documentary, which is believed to be somewhere between $3 and $4 million to charitable causes. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
So what did you learn about the documentary, Steve, about Jordan, like watching it?
Well, I loved because, you know, you very rarely get to hear Jordan speak on racism and his past. And I think it was enlightening for me because I never, you know, Jordan gets knocked sometimes for not being an activist for causes, but that's not what he's here for. That was not his mission in life, and people have to understand that. Everybody don't get called to the pulpit. Everybody don't get called for these public missions. But I think he's done so much for the game of basketball, which has changed so many lives. And I think we all have to accept the different callings that we have in our life. So, but hearing him talk about the racism in Wilmington was very insightful. How he felt about his parents, what his parents did to keep him out of trouble, his relationship with his brothers, and just his fight, man, his fight and how he got over it. Very, very inspirational story. Now, with that said, I'm listening to this talk of LeBron, Kobe, and Michael. And please don't anybody take this in any disrespectful way because Kobe's passed. I'm just talking from the pure sense of basketball. We are talking about three outstanding players. And in the clutch, you can take any one of them. Now, when it comes to the game-winning shot in your hand, you want Kobe to have the ball. If you want the man on the team that the team rises to elevate themselves around, you want Jordan. If you want championship basketball, six man against some vicious cats. He beat the Lakers, he beat the Celtics, he beat damn Detroit. Hold up, man. These teams was gangsters.
Yeah, they were
in the day.
There are no more teams like that.
No.
Do you understand what the Boston Celtics was with McHale, Parrish, Bird, Walton, Johnson, Ames? Them boys were nasty.
What was the guy name that had freckles that played for Boston?
Dennis Johnson. That boy,
yeah.
man, Lord have mercy, lock up and shoot. And these cats, and they beat the Lakers, man. Y'all listen to me.
I was there, I remember.
He beat the best of the best, man.
Yeah, forget the championship. The road to get there was tough.
That's right.
Especially through
And
Detroit.
seriously.
Yeah.
And they don't have teams like that anymore. The game is not that way. This is a 3-point game. This is a jump shooter's game and a dunker's game. Because you can go in the paint now and dunk because don't nobody live there.
Coming up next, the nephew in the building with the prank call for today. That's right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. Subject, he has the mama and the daughter hooked. Uh-oh. Yeah, but right now, Nephew is here with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
Neighborhood watch. Neighborhood watch.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You know the word is watch.
Tell him, Unc.
It's
Okay.
people looking out
I can do it. I can do it. I can do it.
Go ahead.
Just wait. Neighborhood watch.
Did he
Did I
say
do it?
just wait?
So you washing cars in the neighborhood?
Yeah.
Shut
Oh,
up, Junior.
wow, Junior.
Neighborhood watch. There you go.
Oh,
Didn't I?
yeah, you said it. I heard you.
Come on, y'all.
Mm-hmm. You did.
I ain't hear.
Neighborhood
I
watch.
ain't hear it all.
I ain't there.
Sound
I ain't here. Say it again.
like wash.
Neighborhood watch.
You got a call.
I like when he coughed though. That's when I know
That's
he.
two. That's two.
Yeah.
Neighbor.
Oh, Lord.
Shirley, stop. Let me.
This longer than the
Nate-
prank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on strawberry letter time now. Come on.
No, I'm not. Neighborhood watch.
Yeah. That's when a person has a washing machine in their front yard.
Drink some water. Drink some water.
Just run it, cat.
Yeah, don't try so hard. Quit coughing.
Neighborhood. Man, whatever. Run it.
Hello? I'm trying to reach Johnny.
Yeah, this is Johnny.
Okay, you the one that be doing the neighborhood watch? You be walking your dog doing the neighborhood watch? Is that you?
Who's this?
Is this Johnny?
Who is this, man?
This is PJ. Answer my question. Are you Johnny?
Slow your roll. I'm Johnny, and I do the neighborhood watch. Who is the damn PJ?
I'm PJ.
Baby, hold on, man. Don't call my phone, yell at me, charging me up.
Hey, man, I live 2 streets over from you, okay? And you supposed to be the neighborhood watchman, but that ain't what you doing. Now, I done caught you looking in the window at my wife. When I came outside, you was halfway down the street, you and your damn dog, okay? So you ain't watching the neighborhood. You looking trying to see some in the window. That's what you doing.
Picking some man, please. I don't look, man. I do my job, man. I do my job. I do the neighborhood watch. I make sure people ain't breaking nobody's houses. I got a wife. What the hell I want to look at somebody else's wife? I got a piece of at home. I don't want to look at nobody else's.
Then you need to stay out from looking through people's window, man. You're supposed to be watching the neighborhood, not watching my wife.
Where you say you live again? Because
I live 2 streets. You know what? I tell you what, though. I tell you what, Mr. Johnny.
A damn peeper Tom. I'm gonna show you what a damn peeper Tom is.
No, I'm gonna show you what. No, I'm gonna start looking through your window, looking at your wife. See, one peep deserves another peep, Mr. Johnny.
But bring your over here. I want you to look in my damn window. Man, this. Who the hell is this? I ain't got time for this, man. I got a job. I got a mortgage. I got kids. I ain't got time for this, man. Go look at a job, man. Go find a job.
I got a job. But when I'm at work,
you got a job. Yeah, you got a job crying like a damn talking about somebody looking at your wife. Ain't nobody looking at your damn wife, man.
I got a job, but when I'm at my job, I'm wondering if your is back at the house looking through the window at my wife.
Please come to my damn house. Please.
I'm coming later tonight to look through the window at fine.
Man, what the hell are you talking about? Calling me, talking about peeping at your damn wife. Ain't nobody.
That's what your been doing, man.
No wife. You probably ain't got no wife. You probably married to a damn midget or something. Man, what the you talking about, man? Talking about not peeping at your wife.
I got a wife, and you is the one that been peeping through the window. You call yourself watching the neighborhood, but that ain't what you doing, Johnny.
All I gotta say, come over here now. Since you around the neighborhood, you 3 streets, whatever, how many streets, whatever you are from me, come right now. I stand outside with my dog, waiting on your. I want you to come by.
I'm coming later tonight when she get out that shower, the same way you was looking through my window.
Please, just come by. Don't wait. Just come by now, please.
Okay, I tell you what. I'll come by right now,
this,
but I'm bringing somebody with me.
You ain't what? Brother, I'm getting ready to slow down so I can get ready and handle my business, man. I'm getting ready to go to work again today, man. What the hell are you talking about, bro? I got 2 damn jobs. I got jobs to work during the day and at night. And in between, I do the neighborhood watch. I'm doing your service. I'm helping your lazy out. Are you still here watching people looking to see if they looking at your damn wife? Why don't you get you a second job or something, man? Why don't you Google? Why don't you look at Monster.com or something? What the hell is wrong with you calling me, talking about I'm peeping at your damn wife? Man, don't you ever call me with no man, who the hell is this anyway?
Do you want to know who it is?
Yeah, who the hell is this? Because I got something for you. Who is this?
I'm going to tell you who it is. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your wife, Trisha.
I'm going to kick Trisha. That ain't right, baby. That ain't right, baby.
Johnny.
Baby, that ain't right. Man, you got me, man, because I said ain't nobody going to get me on no prank, man. I don't fall for that, man. I ain't got time for that, man.
Hey, man, your wife told me you do the neighborhood watch. Oh, man, she said you do the neighborhood, you walk, you know, because what you got, a Rottweiler?
Yeah,
she told me.
that's why I use, man, because I want to be safe, man, just in case something happens. I just stick my Rockwell on there. Man, you got me bad, Tommy. Nephew, you got me bad, man.
You good?
I'm good, man. I'm going to get her, though. I'm going to get her.
All right. Let me ask you this, though. What is the baddest, and I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land?
Man, the Steve Harvey Show. Damn, man.
And there you have it.
Oh, my God.
Play too much.
Oh, Tommy. King of pranks, king of pranks, king of pranks.
I'm on the road, baby. I'm on the road.
You gotta leave these people wives alone.
I know. What is wrong with you? And you still don't have a bodyguard.
You gotta go with, you gotta.
We do have a bodyguard here to fly me in, though.
Too late by the time he gets here.
Oh, he gonna be hell when he get there.
All right. Catch me and Jay on Wednesday. It's the T&J Stay at Home Coronavirus Comedy Show. It is on Wednesday, and Jay has made it 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So you're already at home. I would say when you get off work, check us out. But, in the evening, check us out. All right, go to my YouTube channel, which is the Nephew Tommy EXP. That's the Nephew Tommy Experience. And check out me and Jay acting a damn fool. The T&J Stay at Home Coronavirus Comedy Show.
How's it going?
It's going well. Mm-hmm. It's going good. I don't know what kind of hat Jay gonna have on when we start recording. Every week Jay got a different hat on. I swear it was the ladies' church hat last week. You gotta go. I swear to y'all.
I didn't see it last week. I gotta catch up.
Jay got a ladies' church hat on, wide brim. You gotta check it out, Shirley. It's crazy.
Okay. All right, I will for sure.
I said, okay, Jay, I'm not gonna wear that. He said, "No, we gotta wear hats, man. We wearing hats every show, man. You got how many hats you got?" I got about 8 or 9 hats. Good, you gonna run out of here. I got a lot of hats. I know I got a good 50 hats, man. So you gotta go buy some hats. Yeah, I can't go buy no hats. Ain't no store. Yeah. But I don't know what you gonna do. You gotta get some hats.
Repeats. Steve, what did you do with all your hats? You used to wear hats.
Yeah, where your brims at, dog?
Yeah.
Put them online and sold them.
You sold
Gave
all of
all
them?
the money to the foundation.
Oh, good for you.
Okay.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You had some brims, boy.
I wonder
Man,
if
we
people
put dog. I had over 200 hats.
You had a lot of hats because you had
I
your
had
summer
a hat
hats,
for
your
every
winter hats.
suit color. I had for every shoe color. My hat matched my belt and my shoes.
All right, thank you, Neff. And thank you, Steve, for always giving back as usual. Coming up, Strawberry Letter subject, he has the mama and the daughter hooked. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And listen, if you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. All right.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
All right, this one says the subject is he has the mama and the daughter hooked. All right, so dear Steve and Shirley, I'm writing for my friend because she has lost her mind and I need her to realize what she's doing is wrong. My 28-year-old friend has 2 children by her mother's 56-year-old boyfriend, who I'll call Larry. Okay? Her mother thinks that she has been dating a guy that she met in college, and she's never even asked to meet this guy. I honestly can't stand Larry, and whenever I'm around him, he seems like a pervert. But my friend is old enough and smart enough to know better. Larry is paying her car note and her rent. Larry only sees her children when they are visiting their grandmother, who happens to be his girlfriend. I don't know what my friend sees in him, but he has some kind of hold on her. I told my friend that her mother will be devastated if she finds out about her affair with Larry, and my friend basically said that her mom is no fool. My friend is college educated and doing well for herself, but she doesn't have any positive role models in her life. After she graduated from college, she moved back in with her mom, and 3 years later, she got pregnant. She confided in me, and I told her it was time for her to move out and get her own apartment, hoping that would end the affair with Larry. But she told me that Larry is a real man, and guys our age do not know how to treat women. She had the second baby recently and said Larry is planning to move in with her to take their relationship to the next level. I have been thinking about sending an anonymous letter to my friend's mom to let her know about Larry, but I don't want any of this to be traced back to me. I love my friend, but I can't stand what she's doing to her mom. How can I get her away from Larry? Please advise. This is horrible. I mean, this is really bad. Yeah, your friend's boyfriend slash, I guess, boyfriend, stepdaddy, whatever he is to her. I mean, he's just disgusting and foul with it. And your friend, is she crazy for real? Because she's certainly acting like it. She doesn't get it. And I feel really sorry for her mom. I mean, this is the ultimate portrayal. Not only are they sleeping together, but 2 kids came out of this. I mean, they didn't have to have the kids. They didn't have to go that far with it. I mean, they used no protection, had reckless disregard for everything and everyone, all because he's paying your rent and giving you money. And then on top of that, your friend is staying with her mom in her mom's house. How disrespectful. I mean, and the poor babies don't know their own father. Will they ever know? How can they know? Because if they know who the father is, then, you know, the jig is up at that point. And another thing that's puzzling in this letter for me, Steve, this was, I don't know exactly what you meant when you said her mom would be devastated. And then your friend said her mother is no fool. I mean, what was she saying? Was she saying that her mother knows or suspects something? I just don't believe that could be it, because how could her mother know or be no fool about what's going on and then not do something about it or not react? I don't get that part. But to you, friend who wrote the letter, I say, you know, I know you care, I know you want to help, and I especially know you feel for the mom, because we all do, but this is just not your business. It's just not. You have to stay out of this and let them work it out for themselves. You have to. Steve, this is crazy.
Wow. This 28-year-old friend of hers that has these two children by her mother's 56-year-old boyfriend named Larry. Her mother thinks that she's been dating a guy that she met in college. She ain't even never asked to meet this guy. You don't like Larry because whenever you're around him, he seems like a pervert. Seems. But your friend is smart and old enough to know better, you say. Okay, well, let's just deal with that part of it. Larry is paying her car note and her rent. Larry only sees their children when they are visiting their grandmother, who happens to be his girlfriend. Okay, let's stop right here. Okay, Larry is one trifling ass man. He's just a trifling dude. First of all, you got 2 kids. The only time he sees them is when they over at the house visiting their grandmother. And who do they think Larry is? How trifling can you be? I don't know what my friend sees in him, but he got a hold on her. I told my friend her mama be devastated if she finds out about her affair with Larry, and my friend basically said her mom is no fool. My friend is college educated, doing well for herself, but she doesn't have any positive role models in her life. What do having a positive role model in your life got to do with you having two babies by your mama boyfriend?
Right.
Yeah. You need a role model not to do that?
To your mama?
To your own mother. Whose house you're living in.
You don't need a role model not to do that?
Right.
Hell, you know not to do that from any damn body.
Right. That's right, Steve.
Hell, criminals know better than that. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand this right here. I'm trying to make some sense of it. And she said, if you told her mother, your friend basically said, her mama no food. We come back, I'll finish this ignorant ass letter.
It is. It's some trifling mess going on. All right, we'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Subject, he has the mama and the daughter hooked. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
The one person in life that's always been in your corner is mom. From guiding you through life's mishaps to offering real-world advice and a shoulder to lean on, mom's made the ultimate investment in you.
So this Mother's Day, celebrate her with 1-800-Flowers.com. Right now, when you order early at 1-800-Flowers, you can get 24 multicolored roses for 20% off the original price. It's a great way to make every mom feel loved when it matters most.
To order 24 multicolored roses for $39.99, go to 1-800-Flowers.com, click the radio icon, and enter strawberry. That's 1-800-Flowers.com, code strawberry. Hurry, this offer ends Wednesday. Come on, Steve, let's recap today's most trifling letter. It says the subject, he has the mama and the daughter hooked.
28-year-old girl got 2 kids by her mama's 56-year-old boyfriend. They gonna call him Larry. The friend is smart enough to know better. But Larry is paying her car note and her rent. Larry only sees these 2 children when they are visiting their grandmother. So what is the kids calling Larry, who is actually their daddy? Mm-hmm. But is they calling him Pawpaw, Uncle Pawpaw? What is they calling Larry? Because they damn sure ain't calling him daddy. Now, so y'all sitting over there with this dysfunctional ass family y'all got. And I told my friend that her mother gonna be devastated when she finds out about her affair with Larry. Your friend basically said her mom is no fool. My friend is college educated and doing well for herself, but she doesn't have any positive role models in her life. My last question before we left was, what does a positive role model have to do with you sleeping with your mama's boyfriend and they had 2 kids by him?
Right.
You don't need a role model not to do that. All you got to do is not be trifling. You don't need a role model not to be trifling.
Seems impossible here.
Now, after she graduated from college, she moved back in with her mama, and 3 years later, she got pregnant. Mm-mm. She confided in me, and I told her it was time for her to move out and get her own apartment, hoping that she would end the affair with Larry. Now, I thought you said in the letter that he was paying her car note and her rent.
She did.
So she must be paying her mama rent. So Larry is just recycling the money. So Larry give her the money for the rent. She get the money to her mama, and he playing her 56, her mama. So he getting the money right back.
No, I think she moved into the apartment, Steve.
Moved into what apartment?
I think when her friend suggested that she moved. Even though she was staying with her mom.
No, it don't say that in the letter. She confided in me. I told her it was time for her to move out and get her own apartment, hoping that would end the affair with Larry. But she told me that Larry is a real man and guys our age don't know how to treat women. Oh, Larry's a real man and guys your age don't know how to treat women? You mean the way he treating your mama? That's a real man? Because guys your age don't know how to treat a woman? You mean the way he treating your mama and you and them kids? You got a piss-po definition of how a man ought to treat children, mothers, daughters, and women. You have a bad misconception because he ain't doing nothing for none of y'all. She had the second baby recently and said Larry is planning to move in with her. Okay, so I see what you're saying.
She does have the apartment.
Okay. And Larry's planning to move in with her to take their relationship to the next level. Where is it going? So let me ask you something. You 28, he 56.
Woo.
That's 28 years older than you.
What is going?
What is the future with this fool? And who the next you he gonna meet? Now, if he done screwed around on your mama with you, you don't think he'll screw around on you with your mama? I mean, are you nuts? He's seeing your mama now.
Right. It's her mama's boyfriend, Steve.
Girl. And then now this lady that wrote the letter says, I've been thinking about sending an anonymous letter to my friend's mom to let her know about Larry. You don't have to send a letter. There's no way this can stay hidden.
Right.
There is no way they can play this all the way out. Because somebody at one point in time got to ask the question, where my daddy? Somebody at one point in time has to be responsible for these children. Somebody gonna let something slip, because all y'all stupid. If your mama ain't a fool, she gonna find out. Them kids got to look like somebody. I feel sorry for the children, man.
Yeah, you really do, Steve.
This trifling on so many levels, man. This letter's a damn shame. But I don't want any of this to be traced back to me. It's gonna come right back to you. Everybody gonna blame you. Larry gonna blame you. Your friend gonna blame you. The mama gonna blame you. This ain't gonna work out for nobody in the letter and nobody that wrote the letter. How can I get her away from Larry? You can't. She gotta want to fix herself. Just be her friend and be there with her. Be there for her when she falls. She gonna fall. This is horrible. But don't write that letter though. Oh, sister,
no.
don't write that letter.
Don't.
Thank you.
No, please don't.
You got to stay out of it.
Correct.
All right, post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, that was a crazy one right
When
there.
Tommy say, God, dog, you know something wrong.
Yes.
You know it's trifling.
And please check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, today is National... Oh, say it isn't so. Today is National Poetry Reading Day.
Say it, Shirley.
And our resident poet, Junior, is what else?
You just had this last week.
Here with a poem. But it's national now. He's national with it now. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Today is National Poetry Reading Day.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's a
let's
national
go.
day.
Let
Let's
him
go.
have it, Steve.
It's a national
Man.
day, Steve. I'm
Maybe
proud
he's
of it.
improved.
I-
Maybe he's improved. He might
know
have.
what?
I mean, he ain't.
You know what? I don't feel the love today. I really don't feel
No,
it.
I don't want you to.
You're not spreading the love anyway.
You know,
Come on, Junior.
And
I can't
Junior's
believe it.
here. Junior's here on this
here it
National
is. It's for
Poetry
National
Reading
Poetry Day, man. Here you go. Words.
I'm sorry.
See there? See?
Start over, Junior.
Here we
Start
go.
over.
It ain't worth it.
Words. That's what I'm all about. I mix them all up in my head, then I spit them out. So here's to all the wordsmiths. Be a lady or a man. Just keep bringing that heat with your flowing rhymes, because I'm your biggest fan. Some people think it's easy to take a word and make it rhyme, but you need is imagination and a big cheap glass of wine. So here's to all the laureates, linguists, rappers, and sonneteers of all kinds. Lay down those funky words and tracks and keep on blowing their mind. So here's to National Poetry Day. You a poet and you know it, now go show it. The end. Boo!
You just dropped the mic, though.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Boy,
Come
I
on,
did that
Steve.
for Poetry
Come
Day.
on, Steve.
I
Yeah.
was like Dolomite for a minute.
I
I
thought
had
it was little Rudy.
Yeah, I had
I
to
know you got
pay
something. Come on.
homage. You know.
Words,
Hey,
There
words,
Junior.
words. These is all that he can say. For Junior thought that this was a good title on National Poetry Day. We sat here and we listened. We tried to believe as hard as we could. I knew as soon as he opened up his damn mouth that wasn't none of this gonna be worth a damn, nor it would. Words, words, words is the name of this poem. Why did he name it that when he knew where this was going? It was headed to nowhere, slowly, but not too fast.
I strongly disagree.
But this is Junior's last poem. I promise you, from the bottom and the crack.
Wow.
He flowing though. You flowing. Keep going, huh?
You had to rhyme like
He
that.
flowing. Oh my gosh. I've never experienced so much hate for poets.
The one thing I love about your poems, though, Junior, is the way you end them.
The end.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll talk about something good. The Harvey Foundation, the virtual mentoring experience, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, in this Tell Me Something Good segment, some good
Tell
news.
me something good.
Yeah.
Tell me, babe.
Steve, we want you to tell us about your virtual
me.
mentoring Mondays from the Harvey Foundation.
Yeah, I surprised some boys all over the country, different parts. They are all thinking that they're coming on to do their interviews to see if they get selected for the camp this year. And so I have some technical people talking to them. And then in the middle of it, they say, hey, well, I got a technical difficulty. Let me bring somebody in to straighten it out. Mm-hmm. And then usually that's my son, Winton, he gets up and walks off camera. And then I come and sit down, and then that's when the boys usually go.
Oh, what?
And their mouth be open. Oh, hell no. Steve Harvey. Mama, Steve Harvey on my computer. And
that's cool.
So then I asked the boys different things about themselves so I can get to know them a little bit. And then we get into it, and I ask them, is there anything you ever wanted to ask me? And they all have questions, man. One of the last week, this boy wanted to know how do I become a man when I've been around all women.
Oh, wow.
And some of the questions are heartbreaking. Mr. Harvey, do you think I can ever find me a role model? I ain't talked to my daddy in 7 years.
Oh no.
And so it's really. But I try to keep it lighthearted with the boys. But I always give them, at the end of it, I give them computers. I gave a kid Monday a $10,000 scholarship from me and my wife.
Wow.
To go to school.
Ahead, big dog.
Awesome.
To North Carolina AT&T. I gave him a scholarship to go there. I gave these twins, these little boys that was twins, only one of them was on, and he wanted to go to the camp, and I took him and his brother. And then I get a parent some help. One of these dudes' mothers was in really, really bad shape. But she had college degrees and everything, had just fallen on hard times, and she has a disabled child, and she just couldn't keep up with the medical bills, and she lost everything. And so, we gave her a few $1,000s and some stuff to help her out with. And it's just a great program, man. It's what I've been wanting to do with some of my downtime instead of doing, I get so many requests to do so many things virally, and I turn down most of them because I just try to do stuff that's meaningful, because that's what I try to do with my time now. But I think the Mentoring Mondays has been really, really rewarding for me and the foundation to help these young boys like this. And we're starting to get a lot of traction with it too. Getting several 100,000 views on it, so it could be affecting more boys than just the one.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's outstanding, Steve.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Tell me something good.
That's good news. Yeah.
That is
Tell me
great
something
news.
good.
Tell me,
Yeah.
babe. Tell me that you love me. Yeah.
That's so excellent that you continue to do that virtually, even during quarantine and lockdown. The problem still exists.
You gotta get
Hey,
creative.
Steve, how's the young guy you told us about, man?
Which one? Oh, the one that got jumped on?
Yeah.
Oh,
How you doing?
We struggling with that one, man, because, nobody can get to him. We all on lockdown and quarantine. But So the good thing is he's not in school right now.
Yeah.
So that's stopped. He has a really, really positive attitude. His heart just burst when I told him he was coming to the mentoring camp. And then, because we got some cats down there that'll stop all that bullying. Yeah. When he leave the camp, he'll leave with friends and a mentor. We're going to shut all that down. But, our program deals with bullying, and we get involved with these boys' lives. And we got mentors that go up to the schools and talk to the boys that's doing the bullying. We get a real check and balance system, a lot of success.
That's awesome, Steve. All right, well, coming up, thank you, as always, for giving back. Coming up, more of today's trending stories on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. We'll be back at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Steve, Tyler Perry wants to get back to work, but he's not doing it without putting some provisions in place, okay? So listen to this. Tyler won't open his studios until he can implement a coronavirus testing situation for his cast members and his crew members. Tyler also wants everyone to live on site during shooting. For the record, the 330-acre former Army facility has 141 barracks, 40 historic homes, and an additional 30 houses Perry's company built on the lot for various productions. He also plans to provide a doctor and a nurse for a hospital building that is also on the site that can be turned into a functional clinic, and the compound includes a gym, bar, and restaurants. At this point, Tyler is just reopening with his own productions. He's doing 6 TV shows, and it takes just under 3 weeks to film a season because he knows how to do it quickly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mr.
He's really smart, and that's the way to do it. He's in Atlanta where Georgia's opening up, but he's very smart, man. Mm-hmm. And if he's going to take these type of precautions, he's got enough land. I've been all over that studio. He took me on a tour. He's got enough houses built over there and enough lands for his crew can live right there without getting infected by anybody else. Once you take the test,
that's the safest
and
thing.
You're cleared. Wow, smart.
Yeah.
I want to do Family Feud over there, the rest of it.
Congratulations to Tyler Perry, as always. We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show and some trending news coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, here we go. This is your time. Time to ask the CLO, the Chief Love Officer. This is from Anonymous in the U.S., okay? He
That
really
nailed it down.
Yeah. They really don't want to know.
Trying to get
That's
smart.
right. Who they are. All right, here we go. I'm so embarrassed for cheating on my wife, but I get so turned on by my girlfriend being half naked and smelling good, and her house smells good, and she's feminine and freaky at the same time whenever I'm with her. This is what I long for from my wife, but she no longer gives me that. I want the same little freaky and fine woman back that I married. Why do some wives think it's cool to let the spark go out of their marriage? Steve Harvey, CLO.
Well, dog, listen to me.
Careful.
I don't think that you can blame women for this. Women are reactionary creatures. And I have found through experience, if you dig deep behind it, it's usually due to something. If the spark is gone in your wife, could it possibly be anything you've done to stop igniting the spark? And look, man, real. I'm just keeping it 100 with you, because women are very reactionary people. They can't just hop into the sack when you're ready. They have to have a reason. And if we stop giving them the reason, then it can affect that. Now, what you've done is the atypical thing that a lot of men will do. If you're not getting what you want at home, some men go outside to find it. Mm-hmm. This will eventually backfire. Mm-hmm. Sad to say, it will eventually backfire. Now, this woman who is feminine, freaky, fine, house always smelling good and all like this. She probably ain't running behind no kids either. So she can be freaky, feminine, and fine. And you only come over there every now and then. So all she got to do is pull it together every now and then. You with your wife on the day-to-day, year-to-year.
Especially in the quarantine.
And so, bruh, I know you want it back, so in order to get it back, you got to give back to her what you used to give. And if you think about it closely enough, I can almost assure you, if you retrace your steps, you can find something that you stopped doing.
All right. Coming up, our last break of the day.
It's the last break of the day.
You sound sick. All right, and we'll have some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey at 49 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Here we are, last break of the day, as promised. It's been a good day.
Yeah, busy
Great
day.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
We heard two different poems we heard today. That was different.
Yeah.
Crazy strawberry letter.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
that
right
strawberry
there,
letter
Mr.
was-
Larry. Need his ass whooped.
Yeah. A daughter was sleeping with her mother's husband, her mother's boyfriend, and had 2 kids by him. Doesn't get much crazier than that
How low
with these
can
letters.
you go,
Yeah.
man?
That's
I
good
know.
and low.
I know.
How low can you go?
Man,
That's
Lord
one for the
have
books
mercy.
right there. It is.
I ain't
All right.
trying to get to heaven.
At all, right?
Your mama, dog?
Yeah. All right, Steve, it's on you. Time for our closing remarks. You ready?
Yeah. This is a different type of closing remark because this is just a personal commentary. I don't know if this will be inspirational more so as it will be just for me to vent some things that I've been thinking. During this time that we've all had to deal with, I think about our country, America. I grew up here. My family is here. My friends are here. A lot of businesses here. Some of my closest relationships are here. So this country belongs to me to a degree. And so I have every right to say what I'm about to say about it. I'm just curious, though, as we go through this challenging time in America and we are dealing with the leadership that's coming from Washington, D.C., and the leadership that's coming from the governor's mansions around this country and the mayor's offices. I have a way that I've been looking at this. I think the mayors overall are doing a fine job of it. I think most of the governors get it, some of them don't. But when it comes to Washington and Pennsylvania Avenue, I just don't know what's going on. I can't get a bead on exactly what they're saying because there's so many mixed signals. Now, we're in an election year. Now, for me, every person only gets one vote. We as African Americans have got to start to valuing our vote the way other people do, because there's not a candidate anywhere that does not think the black vote is important, the African American vote is important, and they're leaning very heavily to understand the importance of the Latino vote. In other words, all minority votes count. And if we started respecting it and taking care of it the way they ask for it every 4 years, now they don't care about us the rest of the time. But during an election year, they show up because they need that vote. But the person that we have in the White House, you have a chance to vote for him or you have a chance to vote against him. That's really what this is going to happen in November. And so whoever you vote for, that's your business. But I wanted just to ask you a question in the form of a commentary. The person that's in the White House now, I wonder if you're really, really a Trump supporter. I'm just asking you a question here. Is this the example of who you want your kids to look up to as a leader? Is this an example of how you would act or behave as a leader? Would you do it the way he's done it? Or would you do it differently? Would you say any of the things he said? Or would you have phrased them differently? Would you try to convince people that nothing was your fault when clearly the blame has to be squarely on your shoulders because you're the leader? If you were his wife, would you be accepting of all of this? This is just a weird time for me. And as we go into this election, man, and he does rallies and he has so many supporters, it kind of just throws me off a little bit. And once again, if you vote for him, that's your business. If you don't vote for him, that's your business. But in my commentary, I'm just asking this question right here. Is this who you are? Because what's frightening to me is it's a lot of good people who are conservatives, a lot of good Democrats, a lot of good left wing, a lot of good right wing. It's a lot of good socialists. It's a lot of good people on both sides of the aisle. And in their own way, they both are right to a degree. Because there is no one or no thing that's exact and right 100%. So we all are right to a degree. But in your righteousness, can you really say that he's the person you want representing you? That he's the person that exemplifies the American way? And if you can look back at all he's done and said and claimed and changed, and you could say, this is how we would like to be represented, then that's you. And that's scary. And that's the thing that saddens me about this, is because you can look at a person and know he is ever so wrong. And you can't look at everything he does and let it slide and be ever so wrong and go along with it anyway. I'm not that guy. I'm just not that guy. And I'm just wondering how many people are. We got to vote. Your vote counts. That's my closing remarks.
All right.
That's it for today.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
All righty.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Normally I say, hey, look, have a great weekend, y'all, but just have another day like you did the other day.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.